Let me show you something that kinda got me by surprise, and in a good way of course. Let's take a look at Kingsblood by Icy Forge UG. As you can see from my gameplay recording, this is a tactical RPG auto battler, or auto chess if you prefer. It was created by a team of 3 friends and it is a story-rich and heavy lore game with a dark fantasy setting built into a party-based strategy dungeon crawler. Well, kind of, because despite having some dungeons, some encounters are just that, a single simple battle encounter. You start off with a roster of only 6 characters and it's up to you to discover and recruit all the remaining ones. That can be by doing randomly generated quests and adventures throughout the various locations on the map, gaining reputation and unlocking them simply by answering the right questions or just by progressing throughout the storyline. So far, I'm a little over 6 hours into it and I'm still missing some of the characters. I've had that I think I might be getting to the end of the game soon feeling a lot of times now, but apparently not yet. I'm currently playing in chapter 2 while the game has a total of 4 chapters. All of this to say that the game isn't that small and there's more than enough content to be satisfied with. And also replayability of course. There are a bunch of items, different character builds and party variations you can have fun with. Kingsblood is dropping on June 21st and it's going to be a PC only compatible with both Windows and Linux. You can grab it straight from Steam. The game's gonna cost you $15, but there's a sweet 15% discount to celebrate the release. Check out the link in the video description to get your hands on the game. I received a review key in my email for Kingsblood, thank you for the developers for that, and to be fully transparent, I immediately thought, oh, it's an auto chess game, meh. I'm not the biggest fan of the genre, but I went ahead and tried out either way. Long story short, I couldn't stop playing it, and I really like this idea of combining guild management with an auto battler. There are some roguelike elements as well. Your base, and I'm saying that with air quotes because it's named Hideout, you not only manage your roster, changing the character's skill trees and equipment, but there's also the alchemist for you to prepare potions, the forge to craft weapons or armor, or the construction. Here, you can upgrade your hideout for various bonuses like increasing the number of characters in your party, raising maximum health points, or increasing crit damage. There are also both Steam achievements and game achievements to unlock. There's a lot to do. So how does the game work? You start in your hideout with a couple of heroes and you start unlocking allied cities. In these, you'll get access to new quests, trade, or some rumors in the local tavern if you're interested. You might find something worth your time there. By doing these quests, you'll get influence points, so you can once again expand and unlock a new city. It is also important to add that most of the dialogues are fully voiced. That really surprised me because there are more than 50 characters and that means a lot of different voices.
No, let go of me!
As you probably noticed by now, by looking into all of those different colored lines from and to enemy units, all characters have different archetypes, races, and souls. This creates synergy effects based on your party composition and is somewhat important to select a specific combination of characters. As you might imagine, it isn't going to be great to have 5 archers without a single fighter to tank some damage. Don't worry too much though, because the game has a tutorial teaching you the basics about all of it. After setting up the initial combat positions by moving your units around, it is auto-simulated, but you're still going to be able to use each character's item if you need it. That might be a health potion, a focus potion, or a fireball spell. Totally up to you. There are 2 things that in my opinion aren't that well thought out though. One is all these synergies between your party. It is pretty cool when you're starting, but whenever you reach that point where you fully upgrade and maxed out the number of characters you can fight with, it kinda gets pointless. In a 9v9, it really doesn't matter if you're picking fighters or mages, you're probably winning either way. I guess the balance is not quite there yet, and this also leads to the game's difficulty, of course. Yet another aspect of it I'm not a big fan of. There's this dynamic difficulty that raises one level every time you successfully win an encounter. The only way to decrease it is by manually clicking that difficulty button on the bottom left. I honestly don't like it, and I would much rather have the options to select one and just stick with it. To sum it up, with over 6 hours played, all things considered, I'm still enjoying Kingsblood. During this time, I've also noticed some improvement and bug fixes, and that means this indie developer team is going to put in the effort into improving it even further. For the price point of $15, I say it's worth it and I recommend it. Even more if you are into these types of games. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more upcoming game reviews, live streams, and further shenanigans. If Kingsblood isn't it for you, let me show you something completely different, which I know it's also worth your time. Check out my game review for classic sport driving, a retro-inspired arcade driving game. Thanks for watching, I wish you a great day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye!